Welcome. Yes,
Welcome.
I'm tired again. I'm
I'm
sorry.
not.
Yeah, Corey's not.
I'm 3 cups
You
deep.
get one awake person and one tired person, so you'll have to live with it. Hopefully, hopefully you guys can forgive me. If you don't,
Please forgive him.
if you don't, it won't matter. The show will still go on. So I don't particularly care. But yeah, we're here. We're gonna answer your questions, as many of them as I want to answer.
Okay. Well, here we go.
Did we already get one?
I don't know. I don't have the comments looked up. Should I have the
There's
YouTube?
no comments yet. There are no comments, so we're good. So before we get any comments, Corey, why don't you, since I asked you to do this, why don't you tell the people about you and your work and everything like that?
Like from growing up, or do you specifically fantasy me? Me? Hey, Corey, I grew up.
Tell them whatever you want. I don't care. It's
What's up, y'all? Yeah, Corey Spala here. My @ is my name. DLF writer. Shout out to Tyler over here too. What else about me? Fantasy wise, more Dynasty. Shout out to DLF. I have 2 shows, Coming Off the Edge. If you're gonna, don't Google that. You should put that in YouTube. YouTube Coming Off the Edge. Don't Google Coming Off the Edge. You might find a couple bad results. What else?
Why would you find bad results Googling that?
You guys can find out for yourselves. Other show, my own show. Coming Off the Edge.
This show can't get canceled. It's my channel.
Coming Off the Edge. We all have our own things, but Coming Off the Edge fantasy show with a couple friends. Football and Friends production. We know script. It's unscripted, off the rip. We just talk about whatever we want to talk about the day of. Catch that Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern. And then Wednesdays, I got my own show. It's called Load the Wagon. It's a escape from It's an escape from fantasy content. It's a Madden franchise draft show. Guests come on. We draft the team and we simulate a year to see how it goes, all while getting to know the guest a little bit more better. Again, it's just a little escape from Fantasyland for the guest and the viewers. And me, Corey Spala at Twitter. Oh, youtube.com/the checklist if you want a mediocre video every week.
Mediocre?
Yep.
I mean, you could just come here for mediocre.
Wherever I go.
I have no production value behind these. That's something I got to work on.
Yeah.
But also, I hesitate. I don't hesitate, but might as well bring it up. So I know that you didn't know this was coming, but it's coming. I know that you have kind of like a background talking about like mental health and stuff like that. You want to talk about that for a sec?
Yeah, sure. Did you listen to the Casey Kasem pod or whatever?
I did actually. It was a while ago, so I don't remember it too closely. But I did actually listen to that whole thing. You talked about it a little bit, but tell the people here if they haven't tuned into that show.
What am I supposed to say about it? I don't know. We all go through some things, whether it's good or bad.
Anything you want to say, really. I've been talking about it more, and since you're here.
Okay. Yeah, man, we all go through it. Struggle with anxiety, a little bit of sadness here and there, but it's important to talk to people, whether it's professionally or any of your friends on Twitter, family, or friends in real life. So that's cool. It's normal to feel the full range of emotions on the spectrum, good and bad. It's also very human to do that, so don't feel down. I forgot who said it. It's someone from In Between Media, I believe. Shout out to the poll votes and Seth. I don't know. So one of the guys said like the most manly thing he ever done was reach out to get some help. So
that sounds like Scott, but honestly, I'm not. 100%.
No, I would have remembered Scott. It was I forgot, long hair guy. Tim, maybe, if that's his name.
Tim?
But yeah, reach out if you need help. DMs are always open. I'm sure Tyler else DMs open. So
yeah, my DMs are not open, but
if you follow him, the DMs are, or if he follows you, the DMs are open.
Yeah, if I follow you, the DMs are open. Look, if you know me, the DMs are open to you. I don't take random DMs, but for anyone in the industry who's listening, my DMs are probably open to you. But with that said, I think the most important takeaway of that is that you're not alone. There's always people who value your existence and contributions to the world. And just, remember that we're all a family, even if we don't, community out here, even if we really don't act like it most of the time. I can talk about that. That's a lot of what's been going on with me. But that's a whole separate story. But at the end of the day, I do think when it comes down to us as actual people instead of fantasy analysts, most people are pretty good about that. And I would also recommend, we talked about this. Speaking of Get Real, go check out the DAP network of podcasts where you can find Get Real with Casey Kasem, who was struggling a little bit a couple weeks ago. She was one of the people who commented on my posts and said something very nice, and I've never talked to her. So it was nice that she, even though we've never really interacted, she still had something nice to say about me. I've been listening to her pod for a while, and all the rest of the DAP network, actually. So I suggest people go check that out, especially since Russ, Dynasty Outhouse, is a very, very, very good friend of mine. So he's always been there to support me as well. And I know I'm talking about a lot of nonsense, or not nonsense, but it's been hard for me to focus lately.
We come here for fantasy, man.
I know. I know it's been hard. It's been hard for me to focus lately. I haven't. My head has not been in the game when it comes to fantasy football, especially when I actually go on camera. But I will answer the people's questions, and the people know that most of these questions have been asked on Twitter. And I do get back to you. It's easier when I just have to give one word, and I do get to all of those. Hopefully, I have gotten more in the past couple of weeks, and I've been a little bit under the gun, but I've tried. All right, let's get to some of this. So, from Lemuel Chan, half PPR. Okay, half PPR. McKissick, Cedric Wilson, or Sammy Watkins. So these are all interesting. Cedric Wilson became interesting when Amari Cooper was ruled out with COVID. We know that Cooper did not get the vaccine. He didn't get the vaccine. I don't like that. So he's going to miss. That's bad. So he's going to miss 2 weeks now, which is, we don't like that. And then Sammy Watkins now is, not that you want to play him, but Hollywood Brown is out with the thigh injury. We have no idea. You know anything more about that thigh injury? It was kind of hush-hush and then, out.
Yeah, I don't know if he sustained it during the week or not, but I think he limited practice, maybe missed Thursday or something.
I think it was DNP limited, and then he was questionable and then out later that day.
What are they going up against? The Bears, right? Lamar's 50-50 to play. He doesn't look well. So if he doesn't play, who knows what's going to go on with how Tyler Huntley will play, what he'll do, what he'll target. Maybe they just run the ball more. He's another Russian quarterback. He fits the system well. So I don't know. I'm probably out on Sammy Watkins, just considering, there's still Andrews and Bateman. And the Chicago Bears defense has been playing decently well, but Khalil Mack just went on IR, so that's obviously something to note.
Yeah. But for this question, McKissick, right?
Half PPR. I know that's interesting considering coming off Antonio's 24 carry game. That's his third of the 2021 season. McKissick at least will see 3, 4, 5 receptions. Hopefully he'll be able to break off a couple of those. Wilson, does he fill a decent wide receiver 3 role? Obviously Gallup will step up. Will Schultz step up? Does Tony Pollard step up? So McKissick, floor, Wilson, ceiling?
I don't know how big Wilson's ceiling is, but
I don't know.
You could get 2 long touchdowns. So I guess there's that.
Yeah, you get a big gain, you hope for the big game. You get 3 for 84 in week 8 with, people there. But, Cooper's out. Obviously, Lamb and Gallup are going to step up big. So
yeah, I have Gallup ranked very high this week. Mm-hmm. So I would go McKissick. All right, it's fine. You can ask as many questions as you want. Sonny does ask me a lot of questions, and I'm always. Sit one. No, it's Mike Williams.
Oh, okay.
So sit one, Williams, Lockett, or Deonta Foreman. Okay. So did you do numbered ranks?
No.
Okay. So I think I would just sit. I don't want to play Mike Williams, but I think I'll just sit
Williams.
I'll sit Foreman. I don't trust him. You never know.
With McNichols out?
Even with McNichols out. I moved Foreman up from I had him running back 29 when McNichols was in, and I'm running back 23 now, but that's still not that high.
All he needs is a tutty.
Well, Mike Williams could easily get 2 at any time.
He's been kind of injured, so they kind of moved him out of that X role and more as a decoy down the field. So
I mean, I've already moved Mike Williams way down. I mean, he's already down to wide receiver 27, so he's outside of wide receiver 2.
He'll still see 5-6 targets. So all he needs is, again, just like everyone, you like Lockett, you just need that one big play, and all Williams and Lockett could give you that. And Foreman, if he just gets a goal line tutty, like that's all that matters.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh. They're playing Pittsburgh.
I don't know how much.
Russell good. Oh man, Russell Wilson's finger. Now Lockett's in question. Russell 2 for 40 for 161. They're playing Arizona. That's a good defense. Oh man,
Lockett's ECR ranking made like no sense to me.
Yeah, I can see a case for all these people. It's kind of like whichever one you bench will do well, and which the 2 you start won't. So it's just how it goes in fantasy. Lockett, he had 8 targets, 2 catches, 23 yards last week upon the return against Green Bay, and it's not like they had that good of defense. Assuming Alexander was on Metcalf.
Yeah. All right.
So I hope that helps, Sonny.
Good morning. That's a matter of
J-Dog.
Yeah, so you guys are getting cranky, Tyler, today. I'm sorry.
Oh, this one's
not or nothing. All right, from Andrea. We need 3 of these.
Christian Kirk was for sure one.
Well, I mean,
that's my boy. And Gallup.
This is pretty easy, right? I mean, we're gonna leave Corey Davis out, aren't we?
I saw him play all 4 years. I have a love for him. They're going up against Miami.
I'm so sorry that you paid so much attention to him.
I love Corey, man. Shout out Western Michigan. Let's see. Terry McLaurin, start your studs? Who are they going?
I'm gonna play Terry McLaurin. I have Terry McLaurin, wide receiver 15.
Is Samuel playing? I mean, they're going up against Carolina, pretty decent defense. Is Gilmore going to be on him?
I don't care.
I don't know what kind of do they run zone. I don't know what they do.
I mean, I don't care. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, we'll do Terry.
Gallup really high.
Terry, Kirk, and Gallup for sure, right?
Yeah, I have Gallup at wide receiver 16.
Kirk a floor, Davis, maybe he gets a big game, but you don't want to really bet on that.
But Davis doesn't really have a floor or a ceiling. I'm just not interested.
So he doesn't have a house?
You're funny. I can see why they gave you some of the third of the keys to the DLF Twitter account.
Third of it. But yeah, we'll sit Davis. I mean, Miami, Byron Jones. Who's the other guy that got there?
Oh, you're asking me about Howard? I'm not the right person.
Xavier Howard.
Xavier Howard on Miami?
Yeah, right.
Defense is not my area of expertise.
Agnew.
All right. Okay.
Pick one.
Agnew, AJ Green, or Brian Edwards. This is terrible.
Well, it's been interesting these last 2 weeks for Agnew. 10 targets, only 3 receptions, and he comes off a 13.9 game in PPR with 0 receptions. He had 3 rushes and a touchdown. So I don't know what's going on over there with Jacksonville. Did James Robinson played last week too, right?
Yeah, he's going to play again this week.
He's playing again this week. Agnew seems interesting. I mean, there's 4 out of the 5 last games over 10 PPR points, but last week 0 catches, but he still had 13 points. AJ Green probably seems cool. Hopkins is out, so it won't hurt to do that, but they are going up against Seattle. He's coming off a 1 reception game. Edwards, you're hoping for a big game. He's a good contested catcher, but they're going up against Cincinnati, a decent defense. I mean, it could be a shootout, so you are hoping for at least a couple there.
Yeah, I mean, I have these guys all in similar range. I have AJ Green at 41, Brian Edwards at 45, and Agnew at 46. So all very close. AJ Green. But
again, it's just going to be one. You pick the one, and that one probably won't do much while the other 2 do. But I don't know. Who are they going up against? AJ Green?
Going
up against Seattle. Maybe they just try to run the ball down, especially being ahead, especially if Russell's not playing well. Good defense there for the Cardinals. But, I mean, I'm just talking out the butt here, so I don't know.
You're more than that. I mean,
thanks, man. I appreciate that. I don't know. Edwards, let's go Edwards. He's getting a touchdown.
All right.
I don't know.
Does Gesicki's last week give you any concern?
I'm going to say no just because he got 7 targets, right?
Yeah, I'd say no.
7 targets. That sucks. What was going on? I didn't watch the game, so I don't know. They're going up against the Jets, so like
I think he'll turn it around. He better.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, you got 0 receptions, but 7 targets is still nice to see.
7 targets, 0 receptions is just.
Yeah, you don't like that.
No, it's just bizarre. I don't understand it more than I don't like it.
At least we could at least got 1. Man, I don't know. Maybe I should have watched the game to see how that game went.
Yeah, maybe.
Going up against the Jets, it's like
I didn't watch much of it. I remember I was like watching a little bit of it, and I was like, I can't take it anymore. Mm-hmm. This game is terrible.
Yeah, no. I think it's good. I mean, it's the Jets.
I'm not even like yes, but seriously, like we need to do better as a society than that. Like, come on. Like if we want to talk about things that piss me the fuck off, that's one of them. That won't work. We need to, seriously, like people in our society these days just like think they can do whatever they want and there's going to be no consequences for any of it. And that type of attitude is what leads to videos like that. So, yeah, dumb is not even the word I would use. It's just
scum.
Oh, scum. Yeah. No, that's a good word. That, it doesn't, I don't care how good you are at football. It doesn't matter. And honestly, it's sad. I did watch the video. I don't know why I decided to watch it, but I did. And I only watched it once. Never watched it again. And it's sad. The whole thing is.
Yeah, you don't want to watch it.
No. All right. Who do you like to replace? Okay. Who do you like to replace Lamar? So let's talk about that. So the game is soon. So we're going to find out if Lamar is active or not.
He's probably active, but
yeah, I feel like I would guess that he starts because I feel like they're better off with Lamar being. It's not like an injury. He's not gonna make him. I mean, I guess he could make himself more sick, but it's not. You can't aggravate it in the same way. So my guess is he's gonna play.
To give it a shot.
He's not. Yeah, I think he'll give it a shot, but he's become very risky. So I think we're gonna have some questions about that. Here's one. Would you pivot away from Lamar to Ryan Tannehill?
I mean, going up against Houston, probably a good idea just in case, because if the Ravens do kind of get a lead on the Bears, maybe they just put in Huntley. Again, if you're just feeling sick, 75%, that's kind of tough for me. Like some days I'm just tired and, you got like a stomach ache. Maybe you're throwing up. Like you just don't feel well. Your head's not in the game. Maybe they give them some pills or whatever to get, going. But I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know how to like take on an illness. Like,
I don't either.
Like a question. They say 50-50. Like they had him walking in.
We're going to find out in like 5 minutes if he's active. But
I'll keep my eyes open.
Yeah, so will I. Right now I have him QB5 on the idea that he's going to play. Some people had him QB1 to start the week. I've already dropped him to QB5.
I don't know.
I don't know what else we're going to hear. It's tough. Lamar's hard to sit ever. I don't know.
Yeah,
I would still go with. I think I have to go with Lamar.
What if he's sick? You think he's going to be running around, mixing up all of his insides like that, or maybe some more dump downs, some screens, maybe Devin Duvernay on some jet sweeps, things like that?
Okay, so there's just a comment here that may help us. I think it'll help us. We might not have to answer this question.
Yeah, dude. I mean, Josina Anderson knows what she's talking about. Tannehill. So replacing Lamar with Carr, Tua, Jimmy G, Cam. Shout out the Big Bang.
Yeah, I would go. I mean, I like playing Cam this week. Let's look at Lamar. Sounds like, yeah, there's a lot going on here, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out very soon, officially.
Per Stacey Dales on NFL Network, Tyler Huntley will be the starter.
Yeah, no, that we knew. That we knew.
Oh.
If Jackson didn't play, Tyler Huntley would start. That part I knew.
No, Tyler Huntley will be the starter.
Oh, okay. So yeah, in that case, then is okay. So I wonder if they're going to make Lamar inactive or if they're going to do what the silly thing that the Dolphins did with Tua. But either way, that means that Lamar has to come out. Okay, so let's address that then. Tyler Huntley, how much do you know about him? All I know is that he is in the same mold as Lamar.
Really good. I think like the last, 2-3 years, I think he's undefeated in the preseason, like 13-0 or something.
Yeah.
He knows the system, knows the scheme. Again, with Khalil Mack out. Lamar. What'd you say?
He's like Lamar. It's not like they can run the same offense.
Yeah, exactly.
But okay, so let's talk about Huntley for a second. Mm-hmm. Where would you rank Huntley?
I don't know.
Can't play him. I mean, right? I mean, I guess you can if you.
Well, again, with Khalil Mack out, Robert Quinn's finally looked decent for the Bears. We're a little bit above average. I mean, if Huntley's able to move on the ground, if he could kind of get, 50, 60 yards, a touchdown with his legs, obviously they'll probably change the game script up slightly. Like I was mentioning, Devin Duvernay might get a little more, jet sweeps, or maybe they do some more bubble screens. Running back wise, there's really probably not much of a big pass catching threat out the backfields. You probably can't trust them. Low end quarterback too?
Huntley or Carson Wentz?
Wentz, dude. Wentz is like a quarterback one, right?
Oh no, not against Buffalo.
We're going up against Buffalo.
Yeah.
I guess he did really bad against Jacksonville.
Yeah,
he's been playing well this year at least. Against Buffalo.
I have Carson Wentz at quarterback 21 this week. So
Buffalo, Buffalo's tough. I don't know. I might go with Huntley just because of that, Konami factor. Like Huntley has some legs on him. I guess every quarterback does technically, but he could run. He went 5 for 11 throwing the ball against Cincinnati. And 3 for 10 rushing against Chargers. I don't know, man.
Tough. I mean, I'd rather play like.
What's the weather?
I mean, I'd rather play Cam. I'd rather play Russell Wilson. I'd rather play Carr. I'd rather play
Jimmy G.
Tua.
Tua against the Jets is nice. So that's cool. Jimmy G's. He's been
really Jimmy well. Jags, and then Fields. I also have kind of in that range.
Fields been playing really well.
Yeah, but
he's like quarterback 3 or 8 for the last 3 weeks or something.
I do think that removing Allen Robinson, while Allen Robinson has not done anything, is going to hurt. It's going to hurt. They're not. Darnell Mooney seeing top coverage is not going to be able to do anything at all.
Cool. So, who do they even have these days, dude?
Nobody. Nobody. That's why I think even whatever Allen Robinson has been, it's actually Allen Robinson has been fine. Defenses are still keying on Allen Robinson. So I think that they're going to really struggle to move the ball at all. That's why I'm not that in on Fields this week. But yeah, I think I spotted Huntley at like quarterback 20.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, 18 to 22 range.
Probably. Somewhere in there. Behind Tua and Jimmy G, and probably behind Fields, but ahead of like Heineke and Wentz and Baker, who I don't really want to start at all.
It just comes down to if he gets a couple rushing yards, especially Fields. Last 4 weeks have been above 35 each week. Those are free points,
Yeah, no, I'd rather go with Fields. But what about Bateman now? Bateman.
I mean, everyone's just kind of assuming it's a big Bateman game. The Bears defense, they run a 3-4. Like, you're now able to kind of scheme out Bateman and Andrews, not Bateman, Brown, and Andrews, leaving kind of one open. Especially with Huntley now, are they going to get more people involved? A little more misdirection?
It's more like with Lamar, I had Bateman at wide receiver 20. I don't think
he's going to go down a little.
Yeah, he's going to go down because I'm looking at it. I'm going to drop him below DJ Moore, Thielen, Lockett.
Oh, he's out. Like, is out.
Yeah, Renfro. Yeah, Bateman's probably going to land around. So right above someone who's in a similar situation, Christian Kirk, who's not going to have Kyler. More than likely, it seems like Kyler's not going to go. So Bateman's probably going to come down from 20 to 25.
Yeah, you're hoping just for like a 5 for 50 game. It's kind of. I love Bateman. Love the prospect. He's super, super good and intriguing, but. I don't know. I mean, 80 yards is high so far through 4 games. He's doing really well. I mean, he'll see some targets, I guess, but I don't know if I just overthink when a new quarterback comes in, if they'll change the game script up or if they're just going to run it similarly to Lamar. Then sure, Bateman would be good, but then it's like you drop off from Lamar to Huntley as a quarterback. So
yeah, it's a big drop off for sure.
I mean, if they're playing from behind for whatever reason, the Bears get up because Huntley is struggling. Obviously, I don't know I think people found that rookie quarterbacks typically, fall in love with their tight ends. So maybe Huntley, he's not a rookie. Obviously, he's years in, but he could find his safety net there in Mark Andrews.
Yeah, I'm definitely downgrading Bateman more than Andrews.
Yeah.
I'm probably not moving Andrews at all.
No, yeah.
It's Bateman that I'm downgrading.
Red zone guy too, so
exactly. What?
Oh.
It's supposed to be a super flex now. So now we have a choice between Huntley and Barkley.
I'm assuming Barkley plays.
I'm gonna go Huntley anyway. Quarterback. I'm gonna go with quarterback.
And even if Barkley does play, I mean, they're going up against Tampa Bay, so he might struggle run game. But if he does get a couple receptions, that's cool. I mean, Huntley to be safe, I guess.
Yeah, I'll go Huntley. It's rare that I'll go away from a quarterback in super flex, and certainly not for Barkley. I don't really like Barkley, if that's not well known. I think it is, but all right. Let's see. We had a few things. So Gronk or Conklin?
Oh man, is Godwin playing?
Yeah, Godwin's playing.
Gronk. I'm gonna go Conklin just because, I feel that the Bucs really shouldn't rush Gronk back too much, considering playoffs are on the horizon coming. Conklin's been fine. I'll go Conklin to be safe.
Oh, Gronk.
He had 2 touchdowns last week and 11 yards.
Gronk practiced in full.
Oh,
Gronk.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's going to get a red zone touchdown probably.
I do, especially without AB. Who knows when AB is coming?
Oh, yeah, no, Antonio. Yeah, go Gronk.
Yeah. All right, let's make sure.
Oh, he's been out a while, dude. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I know. It's been a lot longer than it was supposed to be.
Well, playoff team, you got to rest Gronk.
That's true. I mean, you don't have to rush him back. But.
Yeah, exactly. You got Brait there. He's serviceable.
So, yeah, no DPJ today for the Browns. It's interesting. Okay.
So Anthony Schwartz finally do something or what?
Well, no, because he's out too with a concussion.
Oh, he is? What the heck?
Yeah.
He is ruled out. All right, not T. Higgins. Rashad Higgins.
Yeah, low key.
I would probably the tight ends. Hooper,
no,
Harrison, and Njoku. Who knows what you get out of them? Someone will have a big game.
It's tough. Okay, non-PPR pick 2, Waddle, Pittman, DJ Moore.
Oh my God, non-PPR.
First 2.
Waddle, at least one.
First
right?
2, Waddle and Pittman.
Especially with Tua playing, I guess it doesn't matter. The Jets gotta go Waddle, Pittman. Who are they going up against? Buffalo. Ugh. More. Do you think Moore unleash or more? Cam Newton unleashes more or Anderson more?
Neither. Cam is washed. As a thrower, Cam is washed. So neither.
Well, Waddle one for sure. Pick another one, Pittman or DJ Moore. Probably just Moore because they're not going up against Tre'Davious White, assuming White will be on Pittman, the best receiver for the Colts.
Yeah, I have Pittman 14, Waddle 17, Moore 21.
Well, there you go.
Happy Sunday, maybe for you. Should I flex T. Higgins or Antonio Gibson?
That's a great question. T. Higgins, you'll see some targets going up against the Raiders. Depends, I guess, how Chase does. So Chase had his first bad game last week, so Higgins kind of stepped up a little more. Antonio, who are they going up against? The Carolina. Carolina's a great run defense. So that's tough. He's not the receiver we wanted him to be. McKissick still has that roll down. If Gibson's able to get those touchdowns, that matters. But last week he was 24 for 64. That's 2.67 yards per carry. But he did get 2 touchdowns to salvage his fantasy day. Tampa Bay is similar to Carolina, kind of on that defensive line. So I'll go Higgins, especially if it's people.
Yeah, me too. Gesicki or Gronk?
Gesicki. Again, going up against the Jets, you'd assume he'd get a couple.
Yeah, I'll go
Gesicki. Wow, for sure. Good plays.
Okay. Not sure if either of you make any lineups on FanDuel or DraftKings, but who would be your number? I don't even know
what that means. Like number one play. Does that mean like value wise? Probably cheap. I don't know.
I wouldn't know.
Me either.
Tyler Huntley at quarterback.
Sorry, BJ.
I know that's how pricing works. Yeah, we still starting Bateman. Yeah, I've spotted the number for you around wide receiver 25. So that means that I would not pivot to any of these guys. I would still play Bateman over all of them.
Yeah, you gotta trust like good players. I like that.
Yeah, but also, I mean, some of these are also good players, but I would still play Bateman over all of them with Brown out because he'll have the targets. We answered that already. Okay, a repeat. It's not a repeat. Elijah Moore or Claypool? Oh, I mean, I don't want to play either of these guys, but
Elijah.
I have Claypool at 34 and Elijah at 38. So I'll go with Claypool.
I just trust the slot receiver, I guess, especially with Joe Flacco playing.
Yeah, I don't. But Jamison Crowder's back.
Hey, they've been playing well together, Jamison Crowder and Elijah Moore.
Yeah, that's what worries me, though. I'm not sure that Elijah Moore didn't have the high snap share last time.
He did not, but he did get a touchdown.
He did, and it was from Flacco. But
maybe they give him some more carries too. I like seeing that for Elijah. Utilize his speed in the open field a little more. Let him make
I'm a pretty big fan of Chase Claypool. He was taken off the injury report entirely, which gave me some confidence to play him. Cool. Yeah, but I still have my wide receiver 34. It's not like I'm rushing to play Chase Claypool, but I really don't want to play Elijah Moore.
Is Big Ben playing?
Yeah.
Okay. He'll probably just target Deontay.
He always does. That's why I have Deontay at wide receiver 12.
Yeah, as you should. Too low.
I don't think it's too low. There's a lot of good receivers.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. With CH, this is a whole nightmare. With CH back with an uncertain role today, should I sit Darrell Williams and play Miles Sanders instead? Well, that's one uncertain role into another uncertain role.
Yeah, I would go with Darrell. Is it Darrell Williams for sure. Something to note about his pass catching is he's utilized down the field. He's not just getting these dump offs or screens.
We all saw the big touchdown.
So you like to see that. Like if the receiving running back is utilized a little more down the field, that's a little more implications. I mean, he's had 3 receptions the last 6 or 7 weeks. You like to see that. It's probably like a floor versus ceiling. Sanders is a guy that's able to rip it off for a big play whenever he can. It just kind of depends. I didn't like how the Eagles just started utilizing their running backs more when Sanders was out, but they've been talking him up like he will be a lead back, but we can't forget Jordan Howard's apparently making a resurgence there, and Boston Scott will have his role with Kenny Gainwell out. Who are they going up against? New Orleans. They got a pretty decent defensive unit out there as well. So I don't know. I'm rocking Williams.
I would play Sanders, but I don't want to play either of these guys.
Mm-hmm. Who makes the big play. That's pretty much here on this play.
Pretty much, yeah. It's who gets the touchdown. Mm-hmm. Really, more than who gets the big play. Neither of these guys are. Miles Sanders is more likely to make a big play. I think that'll actually make the difference. Miles Sanders gets the big play, he'll be the one that you wanted to start. If he doesn't get any big plays, then it would have been Darrell Williams, more than likely. Lamar's out. How does it affect Andrews? Well, he answered this already. Not much, and maybe a little, but it doesn't make him less
quality
than
of targets might go down, but it's still Andrews in the red zone. I'm sure he'll see a couple looks.
Yeah, he'll be fine. You still start him. He's still a must play. And then this one, rank T. Higgins, Cooks, Lockett, Kirk. Okay, I'll give you some numbers on this one. I have Cooks at wide receiver 18, Higgins at 19, Lockett at 23, and Kirk at 26. A little bit might change there after. Yeah. You're going to have to move a couple of players up, a couple of players down, but
that seems pretty much right there. Yeah, Lockett, again, you just need the big play. Cooks will see his targets, and then Higgins will see quality targets as well with Burrow.
Yeah, no Mitchell, by the way. We expected that, but no Mitchell.
Elijah
Mitchell, yeah. He's out.
F. Wilson, baby. Let's go. You think Sermon finally gets some touches? He's got it. He's the only other running back. No, it's a big use check game. Let's go.
Yep.
Fire it up.
Yep. That somehow that will be
he's got it.
Also, as I look at the inactives, I'm very excited to see tight end Jeff Driscoll inactive.
Yeah, making that switch.
Tight end Jeff Driscoll.
He's making that switch.
Yeah. He's become a tight end. That's interesting. But no shock inactives today. No Allen Robinson. We expected that. Donovan Peoples-Jones. I thought he would play, so I'm a little bit surprised that he's out this week. Aaron Jones, we knew about. Marlon Mack is inactive again. Doesn't really matter. For the Dolphins, Salvin Ahmed is inactive, which is a little bit of a surprise. Clearly they hate him.
They just promoted Duke Johnson, right?
Yeah. So they're deciding to go with Johnson and Patrick Laird as the backups.
Love that.
For Gaskin. So that gives me a little bit more confidence. I know there's no way they're going away from Gaskin for those two as more than just a bit part role. So, yeah, you can drop Ahmed in your dynasty leagues. If he's not even active with Malcolm Brown out.
Oh, he's not even injured?
No, I don't think he's injured. I don't remember hearing it. I ranked him this week, and I looked at their injury report, and I don't remember hearing anything about any injury.
Well,
nothing.
What are you going to do?
Nothing. So you can cut him from your dynasty rosters. He can go. And then, no Alvin Kamara. We knew that already. And Kenneth Gainwell is inactive. And there was some discussion that Curtis Samuel would make it back for this week. He did not.
Bummer.
I expect Curtis Samuel to miss the rest of the season.
Is Diami Brown playing?
Yeah, he's healthy.
Okay.
I've been waiting for him to break out, but
he's been a little injured though.
All right.
Bummer.
Any worries about Swift or Hawk with Tim Boyle playing, or could it be an upgrade? It could be an upgrade.
Probably for Swift, definitely.
Jared Goff is so bad that I don't think it matters. I'm not concerned. Okay, I'll take a couple more. And then
big Cleveland defense too, so that's probably rough.
Yeah, take a couple more, and then I'll say something before I close the show. Diggs or Lamb? I have these 3 and 4. How can you pick? You got to get them both in your lineup. I have Diggs 3, Lamb 4.
I'll go Lamb just because no Cooper.
I'll go Diggs, but these are 3 and 4.
Flip a coin if that
There's
helps.
no way that you have to bench one of these. You need to play both. DJ Moore or Bateman. It was Bateman. Now with Huntley, that's going to change, and it's going to be DJ Moore. It's going to be DJ Moore now. I'm more confident in Cam Newton as a passer than I am Tyler Huntley. I just know Tyler Huntley could be the worst passer of all time. I have no idea. So I'll have to go with DJ Moore. It is close either way.
Gaskin.
In that Miami running back news, Connor or Gaskin, it gives me a little bit more confidence in Gaskin, but not enough to move him up over Connor. I had Connor at running back 12, had Gaskin at 21. Might move Gaskin. I'm not going to move Gaskin way up. Probably he'll end up at, honestly, I'm not even going to move him. He's ranked kind of in the middle of, he's at the end of his tier. And then we go down to the next tier, but it gives me confidence to play Gaskin.
Especially in PPR. Hopefully he gets a couple of receptions.
And it is going to matter comparing him to some receivers. I'm going to be more likely to go with Gaskin, but his specific rank in the running backs doesn't really change. Just because he's right. He's like right at the top of a void. We'll see about that. He's like between tiers, but this probably moves him up from the top of the tier he was in to the bottom of the next tier. So I'm much more confident to play Gaskin, but not over Connor. Play Connor. And then I'll make this the last one. Galladay or Bateman. I'll still go Bateman.
Yeah.
I'll still go Bateman.
Galladay, yikes.
Yeah, Galladay, as a Giants fan, Galladay has been.
And they're going up against Tampa Bay with Saquon coming back. Who knows what will happen with the receivers?
Yeah.
The Shepard's back too, right?
No, Shepard will be out.
I should pay attention more. He is ruled out.
All right. So, obviously, I don't have it this morning. I don't look like myself. I don't feel like myself. I'm tired. I don't know what's up with me. It's been a struggle. Tried to come here and answer a few questions for you guys, but I'm going to cut the show. I appreciate everyone tuning in. You know, thanks for sticking with me.
Appreciate.
I know I haven't been 100%. I haven't been really. I've been exhausted. The season has really worn me down, and there's just been a lot of stuff going on in my personal life. on here, I just, I feel overwhelmed. And, I'm happy I was able to come and try to give you guys something. And I hope you liked it. I hope we were able to have some discussion and talk about some of your questions. And yeah, I'll be on hopefully later if I feel better to do the recap. No promises. I hope I feel better as the day goes on. This is the most off I've been and still come on the show anyway. So sorry you guys got this version of me. I love all of you. Thanks for supporting me, especially those of you who subscribe to the channel, the patrons. I really appreciate you. And I just appreciate everyone who continues to stick with me, even though it's obvious that I'm quite a shell of, what I was at the start of the season. So thanks everyone for that. Thank you, Jesse, for continuing to stick with me. And, I appreciate everyone who tuned in. And I will try to clear my head for a sec, go back on Twitter and answer the questions, just to make sure you get the answer, even if it's just from my typing and not from my voice. So yeah, thanks for coming on, Corey. Sorry you got this show.
Hey, no, it's good, man. I appreciate
you
it.
got the worst version of me.
Shout out to all you guys. BJ, sorry about the DFS.
Yeah, and tell the people anything else you want to tell them, where they can, anything cool you have coming up.
Yeah, dude. I mean, if y'all liked me, Corey Spale there on Twitter, you could come hang out. It's all Gucci out here.
Corey's a great person. He's worth hanging out with.
Thank you. Go get yourself some Moe's today, by the way. Everyone out there, get some queso.
I love that. All right. Well, anyway, thanks for watching, and good luck today. Peace.